My name is Councillor Keith Kandaka, and I've done this small video to explain about the targets in the Nuneaton and Bedworth Borough Plan and to explain why allocating land for 15,555 homes is crazy. The Borough Council has been developing this new local plan since 2006, and this plan was originally supposed to run from 2010 to 2028. Back in 2010, the borough had just under 54,000 homes, containing just over 52,000 households. At any point of time, there's normally around 1,700 empty homes in the borough, but this varies slightly with economic and demographic conditions. For example, if renting and obtaining a mortgage becomes harder, then slightly less households are formed, and that in turn creates more empty homes and slows the rate of house building. Over the long term, we'll have just over 300 extra households on average each year. As you can see from the graph, both the growth in households and the number of homes is uneven, as the local economy can change the number of houses and households created each year. The first version of this borough plan was consulted on in 2013 and had the number of homes in the borough increased by 7,900 between 2010 and 2028. This is quicker than the baseline increase in the number of households, as the council foolishly imagined that 12,000 jobs would be created in the borough in that time. That clearly is not happening. The number of homes and the number of households is growing a lot slower than what was expected in the 2013 plan. The next version of the plan moved the timescales to be 20 years from 2011 and included significantly greater levels of housing growth. In that version of the plan, the local economy in the borough will grow far faster than on average and suck in significantly inward populations from outside the area. Even though the borough was growing slower in reality than in the 2013 plan, the targets were increased. In reality, the borough was losing young people to places like Coventry, and investment was mostly going into the south of Coventry and into South Warwickshire. House building and population growth in the borough was steady, just below the long-term average. By 2016, the plan was getting even more crazy. Coventry City Council and the 5 districts in Warwickshire had cooked up their housing projections to give a total demand for over the 20 years of over 90,000 homes, even though the government projected only 80,000 extra households. Here is how the two model trick works. These are the estimates for housing demand per year in Coventry and Warwickshire, and what they do is they selectively take something from the annual economic model, something from the demographic model, add some extra bits on, and get to a housing demand of 4,500 per year, when their two models suggest 3,700 or 4,000 per year. A memorandum of understanding was produced with some 4,000 extra homes put into the borough's allocation to cover an alleged overspill from Coventry. The target was set at 14,060, but the borough claimed it could only take 13,374. In 2018, we have been working through the local plan inquiry process. More sites have been granted planning permission which were never in the plan, and other sites had applications approved for far more homes than were indicated in the plan. As a result, the so-called allocation is now 15,555, of which 15,070 are expected to be delivered by 2031. The top red line shows the possible trajectory according to the planners for the 15,555 homes. This is just pure fantasy. In the real world, things have picked up a bit, but when we build more than 400 homes a year, the number of empty homes rises. Every 2 years there's a new forecast made for the number of future households in the borough. Until last year, these forecasts were produced by the government's Department for Communities and Local Government, DCLG. The forecast based on 2014 data was released in 2016 and showed a wide gap between the borough plan's targets and the expected number of households. In September 2018, we've had the first forecast produced by the Office of National Statistics. This new forecast uses a better methodology, but still looks back 2 years for the starting point data, in this case 2016. In simple terms, adding around 15,000 homes to the borough over the 20-year period would result in around 10,000 more homes than we have expected households. Obviously, building thousands more homes than we need would result in more families moving to the borough, but in reality most of those excess houses would never be built because the finance would never be there to actually buy them in the first place. For the last 4 years it has been obvious that we need to build around 300 homes a year on average, and I've always said that a target should be based upon something like 6,500 homes over 20 years. The creation of the 6 local plans for Coventry and Warwickshire has clearly been a rotten and untransparent process. We currently have the government saying there will be 70,000 extra families in the sub-region, and yet all the plans add up to building 90,000 extra homes. Over time those forecasts will get lower still, and yet the whole thing is just crazy. I've been trying to challenge the housing targets since 2011. For the last 7 years the council has been hiding behind consultants' reports and doing everything possible to avoid a proper and honest debate over how many houses we really need. To find out more, please visit my openplan.org.uk website, and for more videos please look me up on YouTube. Thank you very much for watching this video.